Hello everyone and welcome to this video on Subnautica. Now this is a game that I have thoroughly enjoyed playing. There's so much to do, tons of exploration, and it's just generally a lot of fun. But if you're like me, you'd like to get the most out of your video games. So at this point I will mention that there are some spoilers ahead. Now one of the things that I did when I got to the end game is decided to stay a little longer, to build more bases, to do more exploration. And if you recall, when you reach the end of the game, or near the end, you run into the Sea Empress, and she asks you to help hatch her young, as we see there in the picture. So you go out, you find the necessary ingredients, and then you return and introduce the ingredients. The young are hatched, and then they swim through the portal, and that's one of the final times you see them. You go through the portal behind them, and then you'll see the enzymes there that they've provided, which gives you the cure that you need, which at that point you would normally just jump on the spaceship if you built it and head off the planet. But why not stick around? And I'm glad I did, because I was able to see them again. You think when you see them at the portal that's it. You don't really ever see them any other time. But if you stick around, you will find them. So here you see we're kind of at the life pod and pointing around to the different locations where they are at. And you'll see there's one at 1125 meters away. We'll kind of give you a sense of where each one of them are located. That one's at 1408. You see just to the right of the Aurora. We kind of slide over to the left here a little bit, just to hopefully give you a better view. That one is 1806 meters away. Again, that one was 1120 or so. There's one at 1214, 1503, and then we'll point back at the beginning one. So again, there's the Aurora just in front of us there, so we'll aim to the right, south, southeast, and let's head over towards our first Sea Emperor. Now we are going to speed up the video here a little bit, just to kind of get us there a little bit quicker. But what a fun game. What a fun game. We popped out of the water then there just real quick to show you. Again, the Aurora's on our left, passing over a reefback Leviathan there. Such cool creatures. Always appreciate the sounds they make in the game. Continuing on south-southeast, we're getting into those kind of orange-hued waters where we've ran into many Reaper Leviathans in the past, but none in this direction. And look, there is the first juvenile Sea Emperor, and they are magnificent to look at. Really cool creatures. Now, they obviously remember that we helped them to hatch, because they do not do us any harm. However, as you can see right there, they will plow right into you because they are just much bigger than us, and we're not going to hurt them at all. So they tend to just swim around. You see right now we're about 40 meters deep. They hover anywhere between 40 and about 120 or so meters deep. And they just kind of swim around and mind their own business. So now let's point west towards the floating island, and again we'll speed up the video to get us there a little bit quicker. Sorry if it's a little choppy, it's the graphics kind of keeping up. But as you see, we're pointing towards the floating island. We're going to pass right under it. Another cool place to hang out, get a lot of necessary scans in the game. Now let's hit Sea Emperor number 2. And you see here we're about 70 meters deep in this beautiful blue water, and there he is. Again, awesome creatures. Really love what the developers did with these guys. So that's number 2 of 5. Let's now head northwest. We're going to head out to slightly more dangerous waters. if you've been out in these outskirts of the map, you'll know that there are Reaper Leviathans hiding out all over the place. We haven't seen any yet, thankfully, and I don't think we do during this video till you'll hear them, but we don't necessarily see them. So now heading out to Sea Emperor number 3 of 5, and again we're at about 50 meters deep right now. And it's really quite amazing. Even though these guys are massive in size, they really do just blend in to the background quite well. There he is, Sea Emperor number 3. And again, he's just gonna run right into us. He doesn't care. But again, they don't hurt you. They're obviously friendly towards us, so that's okay. We don't mind that. Alright, now we're going to continue on this path northeast, heading towards our 4th Sea Emperor. Again, we'll speed up the video a little bit just to get us there a little quicker. And looking down, you actually see here in a minute that we are passing over the mushroom forest, just to kind of give you a sense of where we're at. Past the mushroom forest, looking down, there's some wreckage, and then one of those vents in the ocean floor. Continuing northeast, coming up on Sea Emperor number 4. Alright, let's stop here and look around. And there he is. Man, they are absolutely gorgeous once it starts getting dark outside, and they really light up. It's really amazing. Love what the developers did. So there we go, Sea Emperor number 4. So now let's head out to Sea Emperor number 5, our 5th and final Sea Emperor. We'll speed up the video, move in a little bit faster. And just for reference, kind of give you an idea of where we're at, we'll stop here for a second, and hopefully it loads here in a second. We are at the 2nd island at this point. If you've been there, it is the island with the alien base. There it is, it finally loaded. So that's where we're at. We're just behind it, and that was my base there, one of the bases that I've built on top. Now let's continue on east towards the 5th and final Sea Emperor. Let's speed things up there a little bit. Trying to get through these Reaper Leviathan infested waters a little bit quicker. Certainly don't want to mess with any of them at this moment. Alright, Sea Emperor number 5. You probably hear some of those Leviathans in the background. As long as you don't get too close, obviously they won't mess with you. And looking down, let's drop down a little bit deeper. And we're getting down to around 100 or so meters. And there he is, Sea Emperor number 5. So that's all of our hatchlings. Pretty cool. And I'm just so glad that I stayed and was able to see that part of the game, because if you'd left, you'd never seen them again. So now let's just kind of go up to the surface here real quick. Again, just to kind of give you a reference point of where we're located. Remember, we passed behind the alien base. But just straight south from us is the Aurora. So there you go. Very cool. Thank you, everyone, for watching this video. If you did like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I appreciate all of you. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next one.